Right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our assembly. And today's assembly is a little bit different because the background, as you can tell, this is not my office today. I'm filming today's assembly in my own home because over the last few months, since March, a lot of people have been working at home, and you children have been doing a lot of your learning at home as well. So we're thinking about that time today, and we're also thinking about this word. Can tell me what that word says? That's right, it says hope. Now, hope is when you really want something to happen, and it's usually a positive thing. It's usually a good thing that you want to happen. It's something that you want to make better than how it is now. And when it was lockdown and we all had to stay at home and we didn't get to see our friends and family very much, we all had hope. We all had hope that that nasty virus would go away. We all had hope that it wouldn't make our families and our friends poorly. And we all had hope that we could get back to normal and go back to school and to work. And that's starting to happen again. We've come back to school. Some grown-ups are going back to their work, or some are still working at home, but we're all still trying to keep each other safe. It's not quite the same, but we've still got hope that things will get better. We all want it to get better. We're all doing the right things. And when I was thinking about lockdown, when I was thinking about us all stuck at home and not being able to go anywhere, I thought about a special story from the Bible. And remember, the Bible is a special book for Christians. And one of the stories in the Bible is about Noah. And I've found this book that tells us the story of Noah. And it's called All Afloat on Noah's Boat. I'm going to read it to you, and while I'm reading it to you, I want you to think about the hope that Noah and his family had. What did they want to get better that made them never give up? There's Noah, look. He's very busy. A few animals round there you can see. Bang, bang, tap, tap, chip, chip, chip. Noah built a house in the set shape of a ship. He built it wide and he built it tall. He built it for creatures great and small. And there's the boat. It's all ready. And look, there's lots of animals going on the boat. Right, some are big, some are small. When the rain came down, Noah clanged his bell, crying, "All aboard the Ark Hotel." The Ark is another name for that big boat that he's built. "The ground's getting wet, it'll soon be mud. Come and keep safe from the rising flood." So along came the creatures all in pairs, flying through windows and stepping upstairs, filling the Ark with a racket and row. There were snakes in the stern and bears in the bow. Because God had told Noah that there was going to be a great big flood, and he had to build an ark to protect his family and to protect all the animals. The rain rattled down on the great big boat till the water rose and it made it float. All they could see was flood and sky, but aboard Noah's Ark they were safe and dry. You can see, look, the flood's come, now the boat's floating. So much water. They didn't give up hope. Well, the days went by and the weeks went past, and it seemed that the flood would last and last. When you were in lockdown, I bet you thought it would last and last, staying at home. All those creatures packed so tight got bored and snappy till they felt like a fight. I bet people felt like that too. Gets a bit boring when you're just stuck in all the time. The camels got the hump and the snakes got the wriggles. The hyped up hyenas both got the giggles. There's all the animals getting bored, having to stay in so much. The lions and the leopards turned mean and catty, and boy, those rodents sure were ratty. There were animal tantrums and insect tiffs, and the birds nearly came to feathery biffs. Oh, it's not so good on the ark now. They're all getting fed up having to stay in for so long. So Noah stood up saying, "Hush and hark, any more fuss and you're off my ark." The rain stopped falling, but the flood's not done. So while we're here, let's have some fun. We'll all get ready for a talent show. You can all do something, isn't that so? I bet that happened in your houses in lockdown as well. You're making up songs and dances and games to play together. Clever old Noah, that did the trick. There were no more quarrels or fights to pick. When at last it was time to begin the show, old Noah said, "Well, are you ready? Go!" So the animals came on 2 by 2 to show the things that they could do. And they are having their show. Much more fun than falling out. The frogs sprang on, doing hyper hops. They flipped all over the tabletops. The toucans played a rhythmic peck with tapping beaks upon the deck. The show carries on. The elephants dipped their trunks in the sea and blew high fountains. Ready? Whee! But nobody heard the caterpillars croon. We're wrapping ourselves in a tight cocoon. There's the caterpillars. I wonder what's going to happen. The snakes both tied themselves in knots. The leopards wriggled all their spots. Oh, what a rumpus and oh, what a row. That talent show got busy now. But the poor little caterpillars lay quite still, all wrapped up on the windowsill. There they are, the bottom. The crocodiles balanced on the tips of their tails. The monkeys screeched out mega wails. The talent show was such a ball. There's not the space to tell it all. And the caterpillars thought, they're all so good. We'd both join in, if only we could. There they are in the corner while the other animals are having fun. But when the show was nearly through, Noah whispered, one more act to do. Each caterpillar's tight cocoon looked like it might crack open soon. All the animals are looking. Wonder what you could get, if you can guess, what did the caterpillars, when they came out of the cocoon, what did they turn into? See if you got it right. Then out they burst, surprise, surprise. They'd both turned into butterflies. They spread their brilliant wings out wide, and every single creature sighed. Look at them. They're beautiful, said Noah. Oh my, they've opened up their wings to fly. But look out there, the water's gone. That means there's land to live upon. The butterflies can end our show. Let's wave goodbye and watch them go. There they go, look. The butterflies off into the world. Then the creatures came out 2 by 2 on a world that waited, bright and new. So, while I was reading that story, there was lots that have been similar to what's been happening to us. We're all locked down inside to try and get rid of the virus and to stop people getting poorly. Just like Noah and the animals stayed on the ark so that they didn't die in the flood. So everybody being really careful. And then what Christians believe is that God sent a rainbow to promise Noah and his family that he wouldn't send another flood. So the rainbow is a sign of something good. It's a sign of hope. It's a sign that things will get better and we will get back to normal and that nasty virus will go away. so that we can be with our families and we can be with our friends and we can be safe. And if you look at the display in our hall that Miss Bruff has put together of all the things that you did in lockdown, they're all the good things like the talent show. And there's a great big rainbow to remind us of all the good things that we've got and the hope of things getting better. Now, I've left some questions with your teachers for you to talk about from the story today. So have a chat about those questions. And remember, we've always got hope. And that rainbow reminds us of the good things that we've got. Bye.